won't sleep. Through the black hill shadows run deep. Rusty tracks stretch endless wide. Rapid City takes me for a ride. Running hard on the iron spine. Vienna Eastern line on borrowed time. Smoking thunder crush the air. Keep on rolling like I don't care. Signal lights flash like ghosts in the night. Engine growls, hungry, ready for the fight. Boxcars metal with a haunting sound. This railroad's kingdom where I'm bound. Running hard on the iron spine. Vienna Eastern line on borrowed time. Smoking thunder crush the air. Keep on rolling like I don't care. Signal lights flash like ghosts in the night.
Hi, welcome back. If you're new, here's what to know about the RCPE. The Rapid City Pan Eastern Railroad is a 700 plus mile long Class 2 regional railroad that spans into Nebraska, Wyoming, and Minnesota from South Dakota. Now, you're caught up. RCPE just got some GE locomotives, specifically the C44-9W. Now we have only gotten 2 deliveries, but as the production of this video, we got 2 more deliveries. The C44-9W or -9-44CW was built from 1993 to 2004 to compete against electric motive diesel or EMD's SD70 Mac, which was the first SD70 Mac to be produced in the 21st century. Now, the -9, however, has DC traction motors, which means if it goes slower uphill, slow speeds, it will burn up the traction motors, while the SD70 Mac has AC or alternating current, so then it can go up hills at slower speeds. The -9, however, it has more maintenance and it has older parts, while the SD70 Mac can still be found pulling mainline freight trains and is even on some Class 2 railroads. Now, the RCPE, however, does not own any AC. They are only DC traction locomotives and is primarily dominated by the EMD SD40-2, built from 1972 to 1989, and was the last standard cab locomotive to be ever produced from EMD. Now, the GE locomotives we are getting are ex-BNSF, ex-NS, and ex-KCS. We got so far 3948, 3960, 3919, 3924, 3932, and 3956. They are all built back in 1998, a little bit before they stopped production. And they were the most popular locomotive back in the 1990s. But they did have some problems that couldn't be fixed that very fast because of their very low turbos, which can blow up if they are pushed too much or if they're at slow speeds, like the DC traction. But other than that, they are pretty good. Now here's a clip of 3 -9s in Mankato, and the credit goes to SD457500. His channel will be linked in the description. Here is the specs for you guys to know about the -9. -9 is the model number. 44 is 4,400 horsepower. C equals the C-C wheel arrangement. 6 axles, all 6 axles are powered. And W means wide cap, or the safety cap, which was implemented in 19 even around 1985 to 1989, and it's still in use today. And you can still find Dash 9s leading and on trains, from Class 2 railroads all the way to Class 1 railroads, and you can even see them hauling big mainline freight trains. Now, the Dash 9s have not been yet in service on my line, which is the PRC subdivision, but they are in service on the Mankato sub, or the MMNAU, Manifest, Minnesota to Aurora, South Dakota. Now, you can find them leading trains, but the SD40s are no longer running, not that I know of, are running on the Mankato sub. But they will hopefully run still on the Black Hope subdivision, which runs from Rapid City to Belle Fourche and back, which is the LBFRC, or Local Belle Fourche to Rapid City, and LRCBF, Local Rapid City to Belle Fourche. They mainly haul clay and bentonite, and sometimes cement. But that's all you guys need to know about the RCPE, and it is not a very big railroad, but a lot of good locomotives and a lot of old ones. Here's what you need to know about the SD40-2. SD means special duty, 40 means the 3,000 horsepower rating of the diesel engine, and -2 is upgrades from the SD40 like module controls and easier to maintain and work on. Now, a lot of SD40s are still in mainline use on Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 railroads, but on Class 1s they're mainly used on locals unless they are trailing on mainline freight to go from one yard to another. Now, they will be paired up with smaller locomotives, which is the GP38-2, or bigger ones like the C44-9W. The diesel engine in the SD4-2 is a 16-cylinder turbocharged 645 E3C and can produce 3,000 horsepower, while SD4-2s still had the 645 E3C diesel engine. Some were rebuilt with later 12-cylinder 710G diesel engines, which produced 3,500 horsepower instead of the 3,000 horsepower for longer trains, longer and heavier trains. But a lot of SD40s do not get rebuilt and are just kept the way they are from the factory until they are eventually scrapped or sold off to a leasing company or another railroad. While some SD40s are still on Class 1 railroads, a lot of them have been sold off to leasing companies and smaller regional railroads like the RCPE, and leasing companies like Larry's Truck and Electric, PRLX, and all the other leasing companies that there is more. Now, a lot of these SD40s and 40-2s are not actually the SD40-2s themselves. They're just upgraded with new electronics and including some higher horsepower engines like the 710G, which is only 12 cylinders, but a lot of them still have the 16-cylinder 645 E3C diesel engine. And here's what to know about the 645 E3C diesel engine. 645 means it has a 645 cubic inch displacement for each piston, and E3C just means it's the turbocharged variant of the original 645. And that is all that you need to know about the Dash 9s, the RCPE, what they use currently, what they're going to use, and about all the different types of locomotives that are around. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bells scream loud on the heavy weight. Iron horses cry, they bear the freight. Broken tires, splinters, shattered earth.